The public sector is the sector that provides a range of governmental services, including infrastructure, public transportation, public education, healthcare, police, and military services. Although the public sector varies among countries depending on the legislation that regulate the state-owned agencies, generally it focuses on providing services that can help the whole population rather than only those who are using the service. It is important for public sector to understand their costs and behavior or factors that drive their costs. However, there is also uncertainty over how to understand costs and how to distinguish competing cost measurement methodologies. The result is that managers and employees are confused by mixed messages about which costs are the correct costs. Organizations have implemented activity-based costing, or known as ABC, structures in order to address the overgeneralization of conventional costing systems, which are unnecessarily simplistic and usually misrepresent cost allocation and the resulting hidden indirect cost visibility.
What is activity-based costing method? Activity-based costing is a costing method based on all activity function that participate in a company. It allows cost accountant to assign all overhead costs to the activity that take place in an organization, and then this activity with the help of activity driver are assigned to the product service produced. According to Kirchi 2002, the activity are categorized in three levels. First, the unity level activity. Second, batch level activity. And third, the order related activity. Okay, first, the unity level activity are those that have to be performed for every unit product or service produced. Okay, second, the batch level activity are those that have to be performed for each batch or setup study performed. And third, the order related activity are those that enable the production of individual order to occur. Example include maintaining design and specification and special testing and tooling for individual order. How the principle of activity-based costing can be applied in the public sector to produce more accurate the cost of service produced. They can use the cost information in order to produce more accurate the cost of service. Literature review based on Robin Cooper and Robert S. Kapalan 1992, activity-based costing is not designed to trigger automatic decision. It is designed to provide more accurate information about production and support activity and product costs so that management can focus its attention to the product and process with the most leverage for increasing profit. It also helps manager make a better decision about the product design, pricing, marketing, and mix, and encourage continual and operating improvement. Next, based on Mullins and Zone 1999, ABC method introduced as a more sophisticated and advanced costing method that allocates the overhead cost using multiple cost drivers which provide more accurate cost information. Based on Essay 4 2013, conduct a case study of ABC adoption in the municipal government in South Africa and found that ABC provide information that was more accurate and useful than that provide through traditional costing. Moreover, ABC can lead to better cost control, cost management, and better understanding of cost reduction opportunities. Thus, it allows the restructuring the public entity operation and process to increase the organization efficiency. What is activity-based costing method? Activity-based costing is a costing method based on all activity function that participate in a company. It allows cost accountant to assign all overhead costs to the activity that take place in an organization, and then this activity with the help of activity driver are assigned to the product service produced. According to Kirchi 2002, the activity are categorized in three levels. First, the unity level activity. Second, batch level activity. And third, the order related activity. Okay, first, the unity level activity are those that have to be performed for every unit product or service produced. Okay, second, the batch level activity are those that have to be performed for each batch or setup study performed. And third, the order related activity are those that enable the production of individual order to occur. Example include maintaining design and specification and special testing and tooling for individual order.
Next, the usefulness of ABC in the public sector context. So the first one, ABC can be used to improve the management of public expenditure. Number two, it can also offers an opportunity to improve decision making in relation to resource allocation and identification of underutilized resources. This is according to a Baumrad in the year of 2000. Third, Miller in the year of 2009 found that ABC information is used to providing new measures of resource usage, which allows the management to evaluate performance in terms of service delivery. Next, number 4, ABC usage in public sector context can improving cost awareness in organization. This is according to Brown et al. In the year of 1999. Besides, it can also enhance public accountability, particularly in the management of resources. This is according to Miller in the year of 2009. Next is number 6. ABC is an efficient tool for process governance, and it also helps to assess and evaluate performance for public sector organization. This is according to Baker et al. In the year of 2009. So, about the finding, this case study takes the Accountant General's Department of Malaysia, AGD, as its research setting. 3 ABC system users were interviewed in this particular government organization. Of the 3 ABC users, 1 person is from the branch level and another 2 is from the division level. So, for the result, this table shows the analysis of respondent perception on the usefulness of the ABC system, which is number 1, strongly disagree, and until number 5, strongly agree. So, as can be seen from this table, we can see that the most perceived to be most useful is number 1, provides more accurate cost information. Number 2, improve managerial planning and improve management of resource allocation. Number 3, improve budgetary control, helps to identify the non-value added activities and benchmarking between branch of the AGD. However, for the item judged to be the least useful are increased cost awareness, which is only 55% of them vote to agree, while the other 45% disagree that ABC information can increase cost awareness. The reason for this may be the respondent may not really understand the ABC concept and are those uncertain about the real function of the ABC system within their organization.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I am Nur binti Nur Zaidi. My matrix number is 272827. For my part, I will present the critical success factors of ABC implementation in public sector. I refer to an article that's shown in my slide. There are several key factors that contribute to successful ABC implementation. The first factor is the commitment of managers, employees, and top management support. Top management support and employees' commitment towards ABC implementation are crucial, which the top management support is required to drive the employees to commit and implement the ABC system as intended. Moreover, the role of the external consultant has also been emphasized as an expert in the ABC system, which they can help to progress the ABC implementation. Secondly, the implementation of training and continuous learning
can contribute to the successful implementation of ABC in public sector. In fact, these two factors are crucial in the process of implementing the ABC system in public sector organization because the managers and employees in public services may not have necessary skills and knowledge of the ABC conception, as this costing method may be relatively new for them. Another crucial factor in implementing the ABC system is the linkages to performance evaluation. Lack of linkages between the ABC system and performance evaluation or reward may result in ABC being underutilized and thus hamper the objective of ABC adoption. Lastly, the usefulness of cost information is also central in implementing the ABC system in public sector, with the extent of the ABC usefulness often being regarded as an indicator to measure the success of ABC implementation. The extent of usefulness of the cost information can be measured in terms of strategic decision making or efficiency and process improvements. In the context of the public sector, this factor is crucial as the system was not originally designed for use in the public sector, and thus this vital aspect needs to be investigated to gauge the applicability of the ABC system for public sector use. Majority of past studies have investigated the critical success factors of ABC implementation in public sector have been in the context of the private sector. Insights from the private sector experiences, it contributes to an investigation of ABC in the public sector setting. They had adopted a case study approach to investigate the critical factors of ABC implementation in a healthcare organization. This study developed a framework that segments the implementation process for ABC into several stages, which are the initiation and adoption, design, implementation, and use of information. They define critical factors for each implementation stage that affect the overall ABC implementation. They also argued that different implementation factors have a unique effect on the process of ABC implementation in each stage. For example, top management support is extremely important during the initiation and adoption stages, while the role of external consultant is central during the design stage and staff's commitment, while training and IT support are crucial in the implementation on stage. Arnaboldi and Lapsley's 2005 framework is referred to in this present study in order to assess the extent of ABC implementation in the Accounting General Department AGD, because it clarifies the factors that affect each of the stages of the implementation on process. This framework is suitable to be used in explaining the process of ABC implementation for this study because it was developed in the context of a public sector organization setting that implemented the ABC system. There are findings regarding critical success factors of ABC implementation in public sector. They were derived by the survey method. They present the overall result for the critical factors which will influence the different level of ABC implementation. In terms of ranking of the critical factors, the overall results presented show that the 5 most recognized critical factors were identification of activities followed by staff commitment, identification of output definitions, identification of cost drivers, branch or divisional managers' commitment, and compatibility with other government systems. That's all from me. Thank you.
This is advantage and disadvantage of ABC system for the public sector. So first, ABC bring public sector accuracy and reliability in cost determination by focusing on cost and effect relationship in the cost accuracy. ABC will recognize that its activity which is cost of overhead. It is provided more realistic cost of the government service. ABC can produce reliable and correct overhead service cost and also the cost data. In the case of the greater diversity among the service, such as low volume service and also high volume service, this can fit traditional costing system. That is, as we know, traditional system bring error and also approximation in compute cost of the government service. Traditional costing system, due to the using arbitrarity, apportionment and also absorption method. Second point is ABC system will help public sector to identify cost behavior. So the government sector can identify the real nature of cost behavior and help in reducing cost and also identifying activity which is do not add value to the government. Public sector are able to control all costs that bond like many fixed overhead costs by exercising more control over the activities which is have cost this fixed overhead cost. This is possible since behavior of many fixed overhead costs in relation to activities now become more visible and clear. Next point is ABC system will tracing of the activity for the cost object. ABC use multiple cost drivers, many of which are transaction based rather than product volume. It can help government to evaluate the sectors that need more cost and also keep track of the fund that have been provided by government. Future ABC easy government to monitor all activities that happen in the public sector. Okay, last advantage for the public sector is ABC provide all information needed to the public sector can make a better decision. Okay, so it will improve greatly the manager decision making as they can use more reliable cost data. So because they have already the data, so it's easy to make a decision. ABC also help usefully to the government to allocate the necessarily fund for the each sector and also each government sector. Okay, in institution. Okay, this is disadvantage for ABC system in public sector. First is ABC system need government to invest more cost because as we know, ABC system more expensive and also is more complex. So ABC system has numerous cost pool and also multiple cost drivers and therefore can be more complex than the traditional product costing system. It can prove costly to the managed ABC system, so the government need to hire a professional staff to manage the system because it's quite hard. And then second point is government will difficult to selection of driver because the public sector has a wide scope to control. Some difficult image in the implementation of the ABC system, such as selection of the cost driver, which is cost driver that we want to put, assignment of common cost, varying cost driver rates, so that to have to apply the same method and also the same selection driver to the all sector. For the last disadvantage of ABC system is to the small industry. It has a different level of the utility for different organizations, such as the large government industry and also the small government industry. So fine raised by the small industry will burden them to use ABC system in the process of managing the company. So they also operate to look after the welfare of the people, not for profit. So it's hard for them to apply ABC system in their industry. Okay, I will pass this slide for my friend.
There are several challenges in implementing activity-based costing method. The first one is high cost of implementing activity-based costing method. The time and cost demand of creating and maintaining an activity-based costing model on this scale is a major barrier to widespread adoption at most public sector. This includes costs involved in adopting the internal accounting system together with the time involvement of all staff involved and training in the new accounting system. The second one is lack of top management support. Some public sector experience difficulty in respect of lack of support from senior management and consider the employee resources allocated to activity-based costing project to be adequate and satisfactory. In order to succeed in implementing activity-based costing system, this issue could not be appear because as we know the fact that almost all successful innovation requires the support of top management. Top management should commit resources and develop goals and strategies to enable the implementation of activity-based costing. The third one is lack of cooperation and commitment among departments. In order to implement activity-based costing method, commitment is very important. Lack of cooperation and commitment among departments is one of the challenges that need to overcome because to apply activity-based costing in public sector, not only make sure that all relevant parties are committed, but also that they are motivated to work together as a group to achieve the goals of the organization. The fourth one is lack of knowledge concerning activity-based costing. It is also included lack of technical skills in activity-based costing that may be counted among the technical issues that can be accounted when implementing an activity-based costing system in a public sector. This issue is crucial in process of implementing activity-based costing system in public sector organization because the managers and employees in public services may not have necessary skills and knowledge of the activity-based costing conception as this costing method may be relatively new for them. These difficulties usually happen when there are lack of education and training provided to supply the appropriate knowledge to staff to run the system. According to Emmanuel, the highest ranking barrier among non-users was a lack of knowledge concerning activity-based costing. The fifth one is problem in defining cost driver and activities. The complex structure of the operational activities in some public sector caused the difficulties in determining the correct cost driver in order to exactly trace the cost for each activity involved in producing the output. This challenge also agreed by Ramadan and Al-Bastaki, where they found that the major difficulty faced by public sector relates to identifying the activities, cost drivers, and cost of the activities. This issue arises particularly during the design and implementation stage. The last one is lack of software package. Impacts ECS from 3C software, Optime ABC, and My ABCM are the example of software package for activity-based costing method that can be used by public sector. However, some public sector can't afford the software due to its high price and need for a license. Without suitable and accurate software for this method, ABC method cannot run perfectly without any problem because each organization has unique and different activities. Therefore, the organization needs its own customized software.
So, for the conclusion, the implementation of the ABC system in this particular government agency has been a prolonged process with many challenges, including system corrections. However, this can be considered as actually a normal process faced in implementing the ABC system in public sector. This is according to Anderson 1995 and Arnaboldi and Lepsley in the year of 2003. That's all from my group. Thank you.